Do you have 5 minutes to find out everything there is to know about Akainu? Well, this is why I believe he will be a final villain of the story. As far as villains go in One Piece, Akainu doesn't rank really high seeing as he is covered by the Navy's cloak of justice. But the justice that inspired him as a young Navy soldier with time grew into an obsession to exterminate evil and eventually made him a madman that wishes to exterminate all wrong in its roots. Unlike most villains that the Straw Hats have come across, it is said that Akainu is their biggest obstacle to their goals. One of the main reasons for that is because the inevitable clash between them seems to be personal from both parties. The Straw Hat Pirates would eventually want to take him down, not only because they fight on opposite fronts, but also because he took down Luffy's brother and was one of the most active in the destruction of Ohara. And even though One Piece isn't a revenge-driven story, their clash is inevitable and feelings will be involved. This whole clash seems to be personal when it comes to Admiral Akainu as well. I don't know why, but he seems to hold some discomfort and hate for Luffy's father, who is Monkey D. Dragon. My guess is since Dragon was associated with the Navy, he probably looked up to Dragon when he was young, and seeing him turn into the worst criminal in history has left a sour taste in Akainu's mouth. When it comes to his strength, Oda himself has said that if Akainu was a pirate, he would have already found the One Piece by now. He has described his devil fruit as the fruit who has the strongest offensive capabilities, and by that he includes all types of fruits, regardless if it's special paramecia or mythical transforming, and even other logia, they all fail in comparison. He is described as one of those characters who, if you are unlucky enough to come across, your best option would be to run for your life, and even by doing that, there is still a high probability of you dying. The only character whose devil fruit is mighty enough to contend with his magma power was the legendary Edward Newgate's Gura Gura no Mi, who had the power to destroy the world. But even Whitebeard got a chunk of his face blown away, so facts say that Akainu's is a lot stronger offensively speaking. Now we should put respect on Whitebeard's name and mention that he only lost to Akainu because he was sick and old. However, this doesn't disprove Akainu's offensive power. After all, Marshall D. Teach is the current user of the Gura Gura no Mi, and even him, who wields two fruits simultaneously, ran away in fear upon spotting Akainu. My guess is that the only living pirate who could probably defeat Akainu in combat is Shanks, and that's only because Haki triumphs over all devil fruits. There aren't many devil fruit users who can overpower a Haki user, however all Haki users can easily overpower devil fruit powers. Just take Trafalgar Law for example. His devil fruit is overpowered beyond rationality, yet due to their difference in Haki mastery, he failed miserably against the likes of Kaido and Big Mom. If his Haki was on their level, with his devil fruit he could have easily teleported their giant asses to the sea, but Haki protects them and it's literally the only devil fruit counter that can be wielded. Now the big question is, how strong is Akainu's Haki and does he wield all their advanced forms? It's very safe to assume that he wields all 3 Haki types, even though so far we have only seen him use 2. He is decent with observation judging by how he parried a Shanks attack in Marineford, and he is obviously good at armament since he donated a Logia type like Ace. However, I also think that he can wield advanced Conqueror's Haki, similar to the likes of Kaido and Luffy. I also think that him coding his attacks with Conquerors is the only way he could have defeated Mr. Ice Cold, the former Admiral of the Navy. Because if you look at the powers of their devil fruits, ice is a lot better counter to magma than magma is to ice. Because all magma does is burn ice into liquid, which in a way still restricts movements, something that so does ice, which is solidifying the magma and therefore restricting him even more. So despite the belief that their Logia powers were equal, by logic Akainu's power should have fallen shorter to ice, and the only explanation is that he can use Conqueror's Haki. After all, he is quite the ambitious man, which is said to be the only quality that can fuel Conqueror's Haki, and as Doflamingo said in his speech, Akainu and the Navy are conquering the sea. Let me know what you guys think of this in the comments, and also subscribe for daily theories.